students, welcome to your chemistry classmate. In today's session, we shall concentrate some important objective numericals based on the degree of hardness of water. Okay, degree of hardness of water. So before doing these objectives, just we shall recollect the concept of degree of hardness. So water has two types of hardnesses. Okay, water has two types. For example, if you take water in a beaker, so generally it has two types of hardness. General consideration only for understanding purpose I am saying. So temporary hardness and permanent hardness. So temporary hardness, what are the salts present in this? Generally calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate. Okay. Permanent hardness is due to calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate. Okay, calcium magnesium bicarbonate causes temporary hardness. Calcium magnesium carbonates, chlorides, generally chlorides, sulfates, these are the causes for the permanent hardness. So what is the degree of hardness? Generally, what is the basic definition of the degree of hardness? The number of parts by weight of CaCO3. For example, in this beaker, just imagine 10 power 6 parts of water you are taken, 1 million parts. In this, how many parts of CaCO3? How many parts of CaCO3 is present? That is only its hardness. So the number of parts by weight of CaCO3 present in million parts by weight of water. Okay. So number of parts of CaCO3 present in million parts of water. This is only called as a degree of hardness. Is it clear? This is the basic definition. So water two types: soft water, hard water. Hard water contains due to the temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Temporary hardness causes calcium magnesium bicarbonates. Permanent causes due to calcium magnesium chlorides and sulfates. What is the basic definition? Number of parts of calcium carbonate present in 10 power 6 parts of water. Is it clear? So as per this, 1 ppm parts per million. So 1 ppm is equal to 1 part of CaCO3 in 10 power 6 parts of water. Is it clear? This is the general notation. 1 ppm nothing but 1 part of CaCO3 in the case of hardness of water only. Remember that 1 ppm nothing but 1 part of CaCO3 in 10 power 6 parts of water. So as per this definition, 1 part of magnesium sulfate is equivalent to 1 part of CaCO3. Similarly, in terms of its weight, what is the magnesium sulfate molecular weight? Gram molecular weight 120 grams, because 24 plus 32 plus 4 into 16. Is it clear? Okay, 120 grams of magnesium sulfate is equivalent to 100 grams of CaCO3. Otherwise 100 ppm. This we can take in terms of ppm also. This is also ppm. Generally molecular weight is 120. This molecular weight 100. That is why 120 ppm of magnesium sulfate equivalent to 100 ppm of CaCO3. That means in any water, if 120 ppm of magnesium sulfate means 120 parts per million of magnesium sulfate present is equal to 100 ppm of CaCO3. That means every substance converting into in terms of CaCO3, because as per the definition CaCO3 is the main part. See how many parts of CaCO3. So whatever the substance is there, you can converting into in terms of CaCO3. Is it clear? Similarly, 1 part of magnesium chloride is similar equal to 1 part of CaCO3. That means 95 ppm of MgCl2 equal to 100 ppm of CaCO3. Similarly, 1 part of CaSO4 equivalent to 1 part of CaCO3. That means 136 ppm. That means molecular weight of CaSO4 is 136 equal to 100 ppm of CaCO3. Similarly, 1 CaCl2 equivalent to 1 CaCO3. That means 111 ppm CaCl2 equal to 100 ppm CaCO3. See there, every term converting into the calcium carbonate. Is it clear? So this is the basic idea about the hardness of water. Okay, so for objective purpose we are discussing, that is why I think this knowledge is sufficient to you. So now we shall turn to the numericals. Observe here. First question, look at the first question. The degree of hardness of sample of water containing 30 ppm of magnesium sulfate is. So in water, as per this question, what they given here, in water, the degree of hardness of water we have to identify. Containing, this contains 30 ppm of, so in this water is there 30 ppm of magnesium sulfate is present. So we have to identify the degree of hardness. So if you want to identify the degree of hardness, we shall converting into in terms of CaCO3. That is already I told you. That is why what we can take concept here, 1 part of magnesium sulfate, because here main content is magnesium sulfate. So 1 part of magnesium sulfate is equivalent to 1 part of CaCO3. That means what is the molecular weight? This one 120. That is why 120 ppm of magnesium sulfate is equivalent to 100 ppm of CaCO3. Now how much given? 30 ppm of magnesium. So 30 ppm of magnesium sulfate, how much? So if you consider this is X, if you do the cross multiplication, what will get here? So 100 into 30 by 120. So if you simplify, will get 25 ppm. So 25 ppm. That means 30 ppm of magnesium sulfate is equivalent to 25 ppm of calcium carbonate. What is our option? 25 ppm. Is it clear? So whatever it is the question, you have to converting into in terms of calcium carbonate as per the basic definition. Is it clear? Right. Look at the next question. Look at the next question. See there, certain sample of water, certain sample of water was found to contain 68 ppm CaSO4 and 19 ppm MgCl2. That means one water contains 68 ppm calcium sulfate and 19 ppm magnesium chloride. What will be the total hardness of the water? So here also what we should do, convert this 68 ppm CaSO4 into CaCO3. Convert this 19 ppm into CaCO3. What will get here? You know, so I shall do here. You know, 1 part of CaSO4 is equivalent to 1 part of CaCO3. Is it clear? 1 part of CaSO4, what is the molecular weight? 136. So 136 ppm of CaSO4 is equal to 100 ppm of CaCO3. So here how much given? 68 ppm given. So 68 ppm equal to how much? If you do the cross multiplication, you will get 50 ppm. Is it completed? Not completed, because here one more content also there, magnesium chloride. Again, 1 part of magnesium chloride MgCl2 is equivalent to 1 part of CaCO3. That means magnesium chloride molecular weight 95. So 95 ppm of magnesium chloride is equivalent to 100 ppm of CaCO3. Here how much given? 19 ppm given. So 19 ppm how much? How much? If you do the cross multiplication, you will get X equal to 20. Now both are present in the same water. That means 50 plus 20. What you get here? 70. So 70 ppm. That means this kind of sample contains 70 ppm as a hardness. Is it clear? Right. Look at the next question. Look at the next question. The degree of hardness of sample of water containing 6 milligrams of magnesium sulfate per kg of water is. Do you understood the question here? Suppose one container is there. Here 1 kg water is there. In this it contains 6 milligrams of magnesium sulfate. So magnesium sulfate also converting into CaCO3. What it is? 1 part. That means 120 grams of magnesium sulfate is equivalent to 100 grams or 100 ppm of CaCO3. Is it clear? One part of magnesium sulfate nothing but it's molecular weight. So 120 grams equivalent to 100 grams. Here how much given? 6 milligrams given. That means 6 into 10 power minus 3 grams is equivalent to how much? If you consider this is x, what will get if you simplify, if you do the cross multiplication, x equal to 5 into 10 power minus 3 grams. Is it clear? So this is present in 1 kg water. That means 1000 grams of H2O contains 5 into 10 power minus 3 grams of magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfate. Is it okay? Now as per the definition, what we can take? 10 power 6 parts. How much? Because we can identify in terms of million. Is it clear? So 1000 grams, 1 kg of water contains 5 into 10 power minus 3 grams of magnesium sulfate. As per the definition, 10 power 6 parts how much? Again, if you do the cross multiplication, you will get 5 ppm. So our answer is 5 ppm. Is it clear? Is it clear? Right. So in the last video lecture, we learned about one of the important concept, that is milli equivalence. So in this concept, how it is used, just observe here. One more question I brought to you. A sample of hard water contains 20 milligrams of calcium plus 2 ions per liter. How many milli equivalents of Na2CO3 would be required to soften 1 liter of the sample? Is it clear? So last lecture to this one, it is a connection. Otherwise, if you have idea about the milli equivalents, this is easy. See, the sample of hard water containing 20 milligrams of Ca plus 2 ions. Observe here. So Ca plus 2 plus Na2CO3 converting into CaCO3 plus 2Na plus. Because how many milli equivalents of Na2CO3 would be required? Because it is reacting with Ca plus 2 reacting with Na2CO3. Is it okay? Ca plus 2 reacting with Na2CO3. So Ca plus 2 plus Na2CO3 gives CaCO3 plus 2Na plus. Now observe here. This is 40 grams as per the equation. It is balancing equation, stoichiometric equation only. So 40 grams reacts with 106 grams of Na2CO3. But as per the question, how much given? 20 milligrams. So 20 milligrams nothing but 20 into 10 power minus 3 grams. How much? How much Na2CO3 required? So if you consider this is x, then x equal to 106 into 20 into 10 power minus 3 grams by 40 grams. Then what will get here? 53 into 10 power minus 3 if you simplify. Is it clear? Right. Now what is the equivalent weight of this Na2CO3? Equivalent weight equal to its molecular weight by total positive or negative charge. So charge positive or negative. So molecular weight how much it is? 106. By charge how much? 2. That is what we get here, 53. So 53 is the equivalent weight. So yesterday we discussed one concept. What is that? Number of milli equivalents. Number of milli equivalents equal to weight of the substance. Here substance is what? Na2CO3. So weight of Na2CO3 by equivalent weight of Na2CO3 into 100 into 1000. Is it okay? Weight of Na2CO3 how much? Just now we got 53 into 10 power minus 3 by equivalent weight 53 into 1000. What will get here? 1 milli equivalent. Then what is our option here? B. Is it clear? So this question is connected to hardness of water as well as milli equivalent. So both it contains, that is why I discussed here. So just look at the procedure. I hope you understood the concept clearly. So we will meet again in the next video lecture. So till that, do practice well, improve your problem solving skill by following my channel. Please subscribe, share it and like it. If any valuable comments, please share it. Thank you.